Hey, Lydia. Hey, Sean. What's up, y'all?
What is up?
Okay, so everybody knows nobody is, well, okay, some people are living in a bubble, but we aren't. So we're going backwards. So for everybody that's just tuning in, as much as I love Delaware, I love Maryland more. That's where I was born and raised. That's where I live now. In every single county for the state of Maryland, cases are up. So the question and the topic is, do you think, and we're all three of us are going to weigh in and give our opinions, but it's, if somebody after more than a year has not been vaccinated, if they get COVID, should they have to pay for their own hospital bills? I'm assuming if they don't have insurance. Apparently, this question is floating around on social media. So my answer and my response is yes, they should. I lost my mom to COVID-19. She had insurance. I lost my Aunt Barbara, my mom's sister, to COVID-19. She had insurance, doing the right thing. I've been fully vaccinated. I still wear a mask. I just ordered face shields. I'm going the extra mile. I'm not out breathing on people, hanging out in large groups. So by now, with all of the information that we have, if you get COVID-19, I do not give a fuck who is listening. Look at me, I'm serious. You get what you get. So that means if you get it, I shouldn't have to pay for it. I'm a taxpayer. You pay for it yourself. That's something that you created. You could have done something to avoid that. Science is real. Look at the numbers. For the state of Maryland, the number of people that have been vaccinated that have COVID-19, I just looked at it today, less than 2 hours ago, 0.01%. If you get COVID-19 and you have not been vaccinated, I don't give a fuck who you are. Don't ask me for shit. You find a way to pay for it.
Sean?
Yeah, you can go ahead, Lydia. I'll go next.
You're going to wrap it up? Okay. So I'm somewhere in the middle of that because I don't know. I just have a hard time charging people who's already going through a hard time, even if it is they're from their own making, charging them for the hospital bills. But here's the thing. Okay, first of all, my daughter's mother-in-law ended up in the hospital for over a month, and she was on a ventilator, and she still has to pay a lot of those bills, and it's over like 20, maybe 30 grand. And I don't know what the cost is, outside of that, but I just think that it is irresponsible. Everything that the government has said was going to happen has happened. They said it would mutate if enough people didn't get the vaccine, and it happened. But it is irresponsible to not get it. And I understand a lot of people are, they're pulled in by some of the misinformation out there, or they think, well, it's not completely safe. There's mRNA, there's this, there's that. A lot of people even still believe it doesn't even exist. I mean, they're saying the majority of the people who are in the hospital are saying that I didn't think it was real. But at this point, I'm concerned about saving the babies. The kids are the ones that are being affected the most right now. The kids are, and if you don't love your kids enough to get the vaccine so they don't contract it, something is wrong here. So as far as it goes with, they have to pay their full bill, there has to be something punitive in order for people to move, in order for them to change their minds, because apparently death doesn't scare them.
Okay,
You know,
first of all, I'm sorry for interrupting, but let me just say this. Before COVID-19, medical bills don't go away, period. Before COVID-19, if you did not have health insurance and you got sick and you had to go to the emergency room or to a doctor, you're still responsible for that medical bill. It doesn't go away. So COVID-19 should not be any different, in my opinion, period.
right.
Sorry. They already know I get amped up because of my mom and my Aunt Barbara. So
And you have every right.
it just is what it is.
And
I
you
can't
have
get them back.
You can't. And it's just this, everything they're saying was going to happen. It has happened. And we need to be mindful of that, because we're the people who you have to follow the science, because that's what they're predicting. It's not, there's like all these conspiracy theories out there. And I know, because I'm a conspiracy, I used to be a huge one, conspiracy theorist. But common sense has to sit in. You know, and my mother-in-law says common sense ain't common. But then there's the other side. And I keep thinking, and I've told you this, Vonda, it could be me. It could be me misled by the misinformation. It could be, you know, I have to think I feel bad for them because they're following the wrong thing, and it could be me, but it's not. So I don't know. So that's why I said I'm kind of both ways. So in any case, I'm done. Sean?
So we're like in like two different perspectives here. In the perspective that Vonda spoke about just a minute ago, where like you're responsible for non-COVID related medical bills. Yeah, sure. You know, if you're responsible for the non-COVID medical bills, you should be responsible for the COVID medical bills. I'm not disagreeing with that one bit. So, you know, whatsoever. My thing, as far as like medications and things are concerned, is that you also have the choice on whether or not to do heroin, but you can get, you know, Narcan or you know what is it, Suboxone, whatever the thing to get you off of heroin is concerned, at a cheaper price, or in some cases for free for your insurance. So in that kind of perspective, I think that if they're taxpayers, whatever, yes, they have a responsibility to do what they can to support their communities. Okay, if you're wearing a mask, if you are social distancing, if you are washing your hands and things like that, that's totally different than the people that are running around speaking in your face and not caring about other people and things like that. I'm not a big fan of those types of people that are just gonna, you know, let me lick your cheek. I don't care about, you know, the COVID related kind of stuff. But I know people that are doing. Yeah, look at that. So I know people that are vaccine hesitant because of whether they grew up or, you know, unsure of which side to listen to or whatever happens to be. I know people that are vaccine hesitant but still wear masks and social distance and things like that. Okay, and we can say what we want because we have the beliefs that we do. Okay, but in the end, they have the beliefs that they do, and until that changes, until we are able to effectively combat that, it is some good people that believe in COVID, but have trouble with the mRNA vaccines and things like that. Maybe they need to do what they keep talking about and giving FDA final approval on these vaccines, and also coming up with vaccines that are like, for instance, the Novak vaccine, which is a traditionally done vaccine that has the same efficacy as the you know, the Pfizer and the Moderna. Maybe they should bring that to America, and that might help out in getting some more people vaccinated, because their problem might not be that they don't believe in COVID, or they might not believe in the vaccines as like vaccines as a whole. They just might not believe in the mRNA vaccines.
And
so having a traditional
that's fine.
vaccine, yeah. So having a traditional vaccine like the Novak vaccine, for instance, might be able to combat some of that. You know what I mean?
That's fine. They just need to
Yeah.
pay for their own medical bills.
Well,
Period.
like you said, they do anyway for non-COVID related stuff.
Yeah. So they need to pay for it if they get COVID.
Yeah.
If I got COVID,
mean,
I'd have to pay mine.
Agreed. There should be no special privilege.
None.
There should be no special privilege.
None. And I'm a work in progress. I am just hardened. I could care less about anybody, whether I know them or not, that gets COVID this late in the game and they haven't been vaccinated. You're running around, and especially if you said, oh, it's not real, or no, that's not true, you get what you get. And that will not be deleted from this video.
No,
so that's
Just be real.
Yep.
It can't be anything else.
Exactly.
Anything else but real. But like I said, I'm on the fence. Like you said, they're gonna have to pay anyway, but I don't know if there's any like deferred costs or anything like that from people.
But why should it be?
Yeah, but
why should it be? Wait a minute. Wait. As somebody that's been vaccinated, let's take it off the fucking table. If somebody has cancer and they're in the hospital, it gets amped up. What offsets that? Why should anything be offset for somebody because they made a choice? They made a choice. Nobody forced them. Nobody's holding a gun to their head. They're making a choice to not get vaccinated. Why should costs be offset for them?
No, I was just saying I didn't know whether it was the costs were offset in any kind of way from the government, from the other people who are already had it, Like, I don't know if like the bill that she got was like 20 grand, if there was some things taken off because the government subsidized or something like that. I don't know. But I don't even know why this is a question. It's like,
yeah,
full. Why wouldn't you pay the full hospital bill?
If you have to pay for AIDS, then you should have to pay for COVID.
Yes.
Right. So that's all I was saying. But
yeah,
if it is something that's subsidized or anything that's been offset for any reason, like from the government because of the pandemic, then I don't know. I feel like, I see what you're saying as far as they should have to pay if they had the choice.
So let's flip it. If you are vaccinated and you catch a breakthrough case of COVID, should it be subsidized then? Do you feel like it should be subsidized then? I do. I think if you took your precautions, then there and you did what the government said and took those vaccines, and those vaccines didn't help you, that there should be some kind of assistance because you went ahead and took the vaccine and you social distanced and things like that.
But the government didn't force me to do that. I made that decision. And I'm just going to be honest here. When COVID first came out and I heard about a vaccine, I wasn't feeling it. But it took me losing my mother. Lydia, do you remember? Didn't we have a conversation? I wasn't in favor of having. Yeah, I wasn't. And I'm just keeping it real. But it took me losing my mother to know it's real. So the government didn't make me do anything. Now, if I was still active duty, that would be a different story.
Right.
But I'm not. But no, the government didn't force me to do this. The VA didn't force me to do this.
But
OhVonda did this.
But they're talking about it. Like Biden put out there that he is suggesting that employers require vaccinations from their employees, and more workplaces. I'm not denying that. I'm not in this conversation. I'm not talking pro or anti that. I'm just saying in a case like that, the government would be requiring it. And so if the government requires it, then if you still get a breakthrough illness, they required you to get that vaccine. They required it.
Okay, and they also require you to get immunizations. So if you get the chicken pox, I got the chicken pox when I was a kid. They didn't pay.
Maybe they should have. Maybe we're too open. Maybe we should be pushing for the healthcare,
Well,
the universal
okay,
healthcare.
if we're going to go that route, we do need to have free healthcare, but that's
Right.
all United States
I agree with
citizens.
you. I agree with you. I agree
Oh, and our
Yeah.
country can, but I know that's a different topic, but I'm with you there. That's for everybody, whether you've been vaccinated or not.
with you. Yes.
That's everybody across the board.
I think there should be some incentive or some reward or some kind of thing where it's not like the people who are doing the right thing aren't treated like they're doing the right thing. You get what I'm saying? So if there is an ability to subsidize some of the hospital bills and you've been vaccinated, I think they should do it for the people who did what they were supposed to do. But that's just my opinion. But of course, I do believe in universal health care too. So
Yes. I'm a proponent of that.
yeah.
When people go, why can you get Suboxone or whatever it's called, but you can't get insulin for free? I'm like, well, why can't you get them both for free? Like, why do you have to take one off with the other one?
Right.
You don't have to create a false dichotomy. You can just,
The sad thing is there's not even this conversation in other other countries, because they have universal health care, even some of the ones that aren't as built up as ours. It doesn't have the supposedly doesn't have the infrastructure we do, but yet we're having this conversation and we shouldn't even
But
have to.
it's because the businesses that make money off of insurance have convinced us that it's communism in order to keep our people healthy.
They just want money.
I just want to say one more thing, although we're not going to go too far in. The other reason is because of our elected officials, Democrats and Republicans. The old regime needs to go from both parties.
Yeah.
For us to have legitimate change. That is something else that irritates the crap out of me. They do one little thing for minorities, people of colors, different genres, one little small thing. Everybody, oh, they did this. I'm so thankful. What is wrong with you guys? That's not enough. The old regime needs to go, period.
Yeah.
And as long as they stay in, the more things are going to remain the same. They need to go.
Yeah. We're currently paying them just to argue.
Hello, somebody. But I guess we'll end it there. That was good. You guys, people are going to be like, oh, yeah. Yeah, they can be like, oh, damn it, Vonda's back. Yeah, OhJustTalk is back. She got amped up. We haven't seen that in a long time. But, y'all, I'm serious. But, you know what? But guess what? There has been some growth. I didn't cry talking about Mommy and Aunt Barbara.
No.
I didn't. So, and with that being said, Mommy and Aunt Barbara, I love you guys. I know you're looking down and watching out. I'm thankful. So, Sean, let everybody know where they can find you at.
I don't know if I want Bod to know where to find me at after this episode.
Yeah,
anyway.
Especially since we're just about neighbors, Sean.
My girlfriend does this. So anyway, I'm Indigenous Patriot on everything. That's Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. I have a YouTube, and I'm on OhJustTalk. So you guys will be seeing this face on it quite a bit.
All the time.
And I'm just Lydia 111 on social media, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. But I'm mostly on Facebook. I'm always on Facebook. So, and I'm sorry if I post too much.
Me too now.
Huh?
Me too now.
Oh. Yeah, but other than that, I mean, yeah. Oh, merch. We got merch. OhJustTalk.net. Boom. That's all.
And of course, you can find me at OhJustTalk or OhVonda. Yeah. Find me on both of them, you guys, on all social media outlets. Remember, the comeback is always greater than the setback. Stay masked up, get vaccinated, or suffer the consequences. It is what it is. Lydia, Sean, I love y'all. See you all next time.
Letitia Canale. Love you too. Letitia Canale.
Hey, Lydia. Hey, Sean.
Hey.
Commercial time.
We forgot something, guys.
Yes. So, Lydia, let everybody know what they can look forward to on the next segment.
So our next segment is going to be religion versus reality. So it'll be a good one, hot topic. Hopefully you guys will tune in.
Yes, I'm ready. Can't wait. Love y'all. Remember, the comeback's always greater than the setback. Stay safe.
Yeah.